Hello. Okay, now my mic is working. For some reason it said my mic was, unmuted, but it wasn't getting any audio. Now it is. Neat. Okay, so... cover something real quick. So, as the title of the stream may suggest today, I decided, I want to play some Mario Maker. So, have the Wii U gamepad all hooked up to the Wii U so it's charging. I have the Switch unplugged and the Wii U plugged in. Because Mario Maker 2 just had its release date announced for June 28th. Not sure if I'll get it day one, because I know I didn't get Mario Maker day one. I actually got it used. But, depending on what is shown off, if Nintendo does one of those double gold point things, etc., I may or may not get it day one. I also still want to know if it'll... if you could play older Mario Maker stages in it, kind of like Little Big Planet. But, let's get on over... First off, I gotta set my stream to studio mode. Do that. Get on in here. Oh, screen's dim. And now it's not dim. Also, there's currently no audio because I forgot to unmute desktop audio. And I also need to unmute OBS. Well, the audio peak on that seems to be kind of high. I'm gonna turn that down a bit. I'm also gonna need to do some audio testing here because of the stupid means of recording my audio. Also, I still have yet to receive a notification on my phone about being live. Makes me wondering if I'm actually live. Alright, my phone says I'm live. To get onto the stream feed itself, not the dashboard feed, so I can test my audio here. Alrighty, time to kill the mic. So I can turn up the phone. Except not, because there's a dang ad, because Twitch Prime no longer gets rid of ads. Thanks, Jeff. There's an ad for Amazon Prime, how fitting. Alright, now the audio's here. BRB. Okay, the Wii U menu seems a lot louder than I remember, but that could also just be because I haven't used this thing in months. But now I'm conducting another audio test. Conducting another audio test. I just realized that audio test I did, I muted the desktop audio and not my actual mic. Whoops. Set that to there, and that should be good. Alright. Software update complete. Nice. Wait, I never transition. Did I transition screens? Yeah, I did transition screens. God, it feels so weird having double audio. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the audio on my headset with the dial. Because I have the Wii U gamepad, I get my own audio feed. Another reason why I love the gamepad. Alright. So basically, today I'm going to give another couple hours worth of attempts towards a stage that I already have completed, technically. Where is it? There it is, spin to win, wall kicks will work. As the preview may indicate, I designed this to be super tough. The problem is I'm not good at Mario Maker. So today I'm just going to be trying to clear this stage. I also haven't touched this stage in probably over a year, so I kind of forget what I did. Oh boy. I've already forgotten how to do spin wall jumps. Right, that's how. Okay, so it's weird how to do spin wall jumps. You have to hold the direction of the wall and then press either the jump or the spin jump again. You do normal jump, then you can just do a standard jump off of a wall. You press the spin jump button, you'll do a spin jump off the wall. So that's basically the whole shtick of this stage. And I screwed up. Oops, already messed up.
Oh no!
So yeah, I haven't touched this stage in forever. Let me see if I can get a preview going on here. So yeah, this is what I've got going on for the stage so far. Just this initial tower. There's the Womp, this guy. You gotta go here. Like, I'll stop narrating, but this is the general preview of the course I've got so far. So here's a little bit of insight to the methods to my madness. I've tested each of these segments individually. So I know all of these segments can be cleared, one after another, but I've never at any point been able to actually clear the entire stage. God, I can't even remember how this part looks. Oops. And I already messed it up. Already messed it up. Right. You basically just have to survive with a ton of things hitting you. That way this P-switch. Okay, I'll just wait up here. Oh yeah, you also need to land on the lip of it. Like when you come through the door, or pipe, or whatever, I can't remember. I at least give you a helmet, so you have some defense. But I have not seen this part of the stage in actually forever. Okay, not actually. But it's designed to be super rude. But it's also that way you can hit the P switch, go through here, and then get into this door. Which I have set up to be the final stretch. Okay, can I actually clear the final stretch here? Yeah, I haven't seen how I've laid out this stage in forever. This is gonna take a few tries. I think the farthest I've ever made it, personally, like, all in one go on this stage, was a little bit past the Womps. But that's basically what I'm gonna try to do here today. I'm gonna see if I can finally clear this. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you do a spin wall jump off of these pipes, then you will not be able to use the propeller mushroom. But I put a lot of work into the aesthetics of this stage. I think it looks really good for a stage. I just, have not been able to get past this vertical shaft. I think maybe I've made it to this wall before. And I at least have this coin here to let you know when you're supposed to, wall jump. That's all I've got that's all I've got. So, wall kicks will work. Oops. I forgot I had a specific part of the stage, like, kind of highlighting what it looks like. Yeah, that looks about right. And I already missed the first jump. Okay. Did I make this mushroom here the indicator for when I'm supposed to spin jump? Possibly. Not sure if I thought that far ahead. Okay, I think I've already messed up. Somehow didn't die. That can happen. So, I'm going to already apologize because I'm probably not going to have the best commentary for this stage, just because I've forgotten just how mind-numbingly hard it was. Or at least, for me to do. There are probably people who have played, like, the super expert Mario Maker courses so many times, that this just looks like nothing to them. Also, you can't just wait up there because there's the platform that'll catch you. Now this is where I normally get stuck, because you have to wall jump right at the top. And if you don't, you'll hit the spikes, and then you'll die. I'm not going to make any guarantees on clearing this today, but I'm going to at least try. Dang it. And yes, I put this little spike ball there. I put that there just to mess with people. Dang it. Too early. Okay, this next piranha plant is probably the farthest I've ever made it, because you need to land on the piranha plant, but then cancel your momentum by holding the opposite direction, so that way you don't go careening into the spike wall upon landing on it. Come on, Mom. Here we go. Dang it! Who messaged me? Oh! If in the event Super Mario Maker 1 stages... Oh god, I screwed up. Yeah, I might play that later. Today I'm mostly just gonna focus on seeing if I can actually clear this stage, because I've had this stage sitting on my Wii U, like, since the last update to Mario Maker came out. And I've never been able to clear this stage. And then I stopped playing my Wii U for a while and forgot about it, so... yeah, if I can clear my stage today, I might start doing user-submitted stages, possibly. No guarantees. Today is my main goal. Oh, I actually made this jump. Oh! Not gonna lie, I think that may be the first time I've ever made it that far in one run. Yeah, this is just me trying to upload this stage that I've had forever. Oh!
Oh no!
Yeah, this stage is not uploaded yet. I'm currently attempting to upload it. Problem is, I suck at Mario Maker. I have honestly considered, like, years ago, I jokingly considered and did the math. What if I tried sending my Wii U to someone who is actually good at Mario Maker to upload this for me? But that's way too much work and effort. I'd rather just grind it away until I eventually beat it. If I can eventually beat it, then hey, I'll probably be a half-decent Mario Maker player.
Oh no!
Ugh. Oh my god, I actually made it this far! I haven't seen this part of the stage in forever. Dang it!
Oh no!
That is the first time I think I've ever made it to the checkpoint flag.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no!
And that's usually where I get stuck at. That's like my first major wall, is that one jump. My thumb's already starting to hurt from holding down the B button. Oh no.
Oh no!
Like, the other difficult thing is if you want to do a spin wall jump, you can't just slide down the wall like you can with a normal wall jump.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh!
Oh no!
There's gonna be a lot of that today. A lot of me screwing up this stage. If I was actually good at this stage, it would have been uploaded a long time ago.
Oh no!
think the only way I could have made this stage even ruder is if I gave it a more limited time limit. But I'm not that mean. Okay, depending on how... If I can somehow clear this with like 200 or 300 seconds left, I might take 100 or so seconds off the clock. Even though that'd mean that if I clear this, I would need to force myself to clear the entire thing again.
Oh no! Oh
Dang it.
no!
See, like, I've thought about doing stuff like just adding what people call like a dev pipe or a dev door, which is just like an easy cheat to the end, so that way you can get to the end no problem. But I don't want to do that, because then if someone else finds the dev door or dev pipe, then they'd just be able to use it themselves. We can't have that. Also, I've thought of the idea of loading this and, like, making the dev pathway use, like, a glitch that doesn't exist anymore. And just, like, clearing the stage in, like, an older version of Mario Maker. An older update. So that way, technically, I could store the clear flag and then upload the stage, and you wouldn't be able to use the dev door. But the problem is, in this stage, I'm using items that are specifically from later updates. So, it might actually break the stage. Such as the bumpers. The bumpers weren't in the original, or at least I don't think they were. Oh yeah, those things. The thing on the very side of the screen there, it goes up and down. I've already forgotten its name. Skewer! The skewers weren't in the original Mario Maker. Heck, checkpoint flags weren't even in the original Mario Maker. So if I went all the way back there, or at least to the earliest version of the game that had certain glitches, then I'd probably be sacrificing things like checkpoints.
Oh no!
And technically, if I wanted to make my life easier, I could just take out the checkpoints. Make the stage harder, it'd make my life easier. That would seem like a double win, but I want there to at least be checkpoints. Oh!
Oh no!
Oh, left too early. Yeah, like on that jump there that I keep dying on with the springs, like, you can't just hold left, you can't just hold right, you need to hold left enough to make the jump, but then right with good enough timing, so that way your trajectory after hitting the piranha plant is just right. That way you collide with the springs and you can make the jump. Oh. Dang it!
Oh no!
I can't clear this stage today, and I can't get it cleared before Mario Maker 2 comes out. I'll probably just recreate this in Mario Maker 2. And if in the event you... Dang it.
Oh no!
If in the event you can't play Mario Maker 1 stages in Mario Maker 2, then I'll probably recreate my other stages. Because I like how my other stages are designed. I just also hope they fix the whole your course gets deleted for not being played enough thing, because that was stupid. Like, I honestly think that was a really boneheaded decision of Nintendo. It's like, oh, your stage got deleted because not enough people were playing it. Well, no duh, there are a ton of people playing Super Mario Maker. And there are a ton of people uploading stages, and all these stages are competing for attention. No duh, some stages are gonna get left by the wayside. They're never gonna get enough plays if you delete them. And there are so many stages that only a handful of people might actually get to play your stage. And so, assuming they don't fix it for Mario Maker 2, which, again, I hope they do fix it. Assuming they don't fix it, the way around this, because if they delete a stage off the servers, you can't re-upload it. Like, it sets a flag on your version of the stage that you cleared and uploaded that says this stage cannot be re-uploaded because it was deleted. Dang it. Yeah, it'll say, like, this stage can't be re-uploaded because it was deleted already. And if you copy the stage, like use the copy function, it copies the re-upload flag, so you can't re-upload the copy. So here's what you have to do. Anytime you upload a stage, in fact, I should probably do this. Probably do this now. If you want it. Oh look, it actually has my stage here in the thing. That's not what I want to do. I want to go course bot. How do I copy? I think I actually have to go to Course World first. It's been so long since I played Mario Maker. I'm glad I remembered this. Important notice. Yeah, none of my stages utilize bugs. Comments are no longer available because Miiverse is gone. Unable to find Wi-Fi now. Are you kidding me? Okay, I thought I had my Wii U configured to the internet. I'm going to fix this really quick, because I thought I had my internet connected. Oh cool, I actually have to back all the way out. I have to back all the way out to the home menu just to fix my internet settings. Can I go to Download Manager? I actually need to close my game out. Fix the internet. Thanks, Nintendo. System settings. Password to this again. Like, I know what the password is, but I keep forgetting what it is. is. Connection test failed. What? Unable to find Wi-Fi. What? But you recognize this on the search. Like, I don't want to just put all of the Wi-Fi networks in range on stream, but my actual Wi-Fi that I am streaming on right now, well, I have a wired connection to the modem, but it's still the same Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi that my phone is connected to, the Wi-Fi that my backup phone is connected to, Wi-Fi that my Switch is connected to, that my 3DS is connected to, is showing up on my gamepad here. I tap it. We'll get rid of this one. I know what the password is. It doesn't even get to like a wrong password screen. It gets to a can't find Wi-Fi screen. Oh, dear God. Okay. I know what I'll do when I actually clear the flag and it needs to upload, but it needs an internet connection. I'll probably just have to hotspot my phone. Which will be stupid. You know, I should probably configure the hotspot first, because if I have to reconfigure it after uploading, that means I'm gonna have to close the game. And I think it'll remember the upload flag, but I'm not sure if they fixed that. Internet. I have no idea what some of these internet connections are. I'm gonna delete that one. Well, connected to my phone just fine. Okay, cool. Turn that off for now, and then I can turn it back on if and when I clear this stage. Glad I went through this now and not clearing the stage, only to realize that that doesn't like to play with my Wi-Fi. I hate this modem. I really do. What was I doing again? Right, I was trying to showcase what you should do if in the event Nintendo deletes your stage and you want to put it back up on the servers. Except it's gonna give me this error again. How do I get the core spot? Dang it. And like the part of core spot that allows me to copy and edit things. Okay, so here's what you do. Gotta make it a new save. Anywhere, really. I'll put it in this one. So, now that we have this new stage, or this new save, I can upload this new save, and if it gets deleted, I can just go to the old save, make a new save, and then upload the new save. Since each new save, the game will count as a separate version of the stage. If I were to go back and... or if I were to go and upload the old save, and then it gets deleted, and then I make a new save with it, the new save will still keep the deleted flag. It's annoying. I really don't like that they do that. I mean, I can understand, I can find reasons why they do that. Like, what if you upload stages that contain, you know, obscenities? You upload a stage that contains obscenities, and you were just able to re-upload it easily, then Nintendo would have a problem. Also, a few of my devices are throwing fits with the internet again. Have to fix some of that. What do you mean no internet? Is my Wi-Fi just down? And my wired connection is the only thing keeping my stream up? Oh, my normal phone's connecting normally. My backup phone isn't. For some stupid reason. This thing's so stupidly. Keep it plugged into the charger. I guess the internet's back now. Who knows, maybe I can connect the Wii U to it now. But I'm not gonna find out. Oh.
Oh no!
You see, I hope Mario Maker 2 tracks the death of the uploader during the upload process, so people can judge whether or not the uploader had a difficult time, because if the uploader can have a difficult time, then be warned. Oh.
Oh no!
Eh.
Oh no!
Made that jump before, I can make it again.
Oh no!
I will admit there are some times when I regret making this stage because of how hard I've made it. Then I realize that I just did a really good job making it hard.
Oh no!
Oy.
Oh no!
Dang it.
Oh no!
On.
Oh no!
Now I can't get the simple jumps to happen. Forget, can I just hold down one of the
Oh no!
shoulder triggers as a run button? Is that a thing? No, that's just a spin jump, that's a spin jump, that's a spin jump. All shoulder buttons are spin jumps, nice. Would have really liked it if I could have made one a run button. That would be so much less cramping. Or just try using the other side of the gamepad.
Oh no!
But I'm already thrown out of whack because I'm not used to playing the game like that. Dang it. Worst part is I don't have any other controllers that I could feasibly use on my Wii U right now, other than this gamepad. Like, I'd like to get that all controller thing, because it's nice, because you can program in like multiple consoles worth of profiles on it. But it's expensive.
Oh no!
I also once had a controller that touted itself as both a Wii Remote and a classic controller, but I was really upset with it because its packaging said it was a Wii Remote, a Wii Classic controller, and a Pro controller. Now, the packaging used the design of like the Wii U Pro controller, and it was touted as working with Wii U, so that made me think that they were referring to the Wii U Pro controller. Turns out this entire time they were referring to the Classic Controller Pro.
Oh no!
So when I got the controller, tested it out, and I couldn't get the Wii U to recognize it as a Wii U Pro controller, I was super upset and I returned it because it was false advertising. In hindsight, I wish I still had that controller, because it was of decent build quality, it was rechargeable, and it did still indeed function like a Wii Remote.
Oh no!
Oh, I made the jump. Okay. Ah!
Oh no!
So close.
Oh no!
See, if I had, like, multiple tools at my disposal, including but not limited to a better computer, some kind of external input method that I could use easily, similar to that of, like, a Stream Deck or a foot pedal, and a lot more time, I would set up some kind of, like, death counter.
Oh no!
But the problem with that is my computer is old. Like, I could probably just set a hotkey on OBS to increment a counter. But OBS will throw a fit because I'm doing too much interaction with it. Oh god. I almost saved that. It's also partially the reason, one of the reasons why I'm not doing Ribbons Quest today. Because I still need to work out some of the kinks with 3DS Capture. Because both my computer, or both OBS and the 3DS viewer software, kind of throw a fit on my computer if they're not the active window. OBS will just drop frames and stutter the audio like no one's business.
Oh no!
And the 3DS viewer software will constantly give me a glitchy video feed if it's not the active window.
Oh no!
It'll also just give me a glitchy video feed even if it is the active window if I have the video settings set too high. So what I need to do for streaming 3DS stuff until I get a better computer, dang it, is I need to have OBS open and streaming or recording, then open the viewer software, and then before it finishes opening, I need to click back in OBS.
Oh no!
So that way when it's open, it thinks it's the active window, when in reality OBS is the active window. And even then, rarely I will still get a visual glitch. But if anything happens on my computer to remind my computer which window is active, which is basically any action ever. Dang it.
Oh no!
The viewer software will remember, oh yeah, I'm not the active window, and then start glitching up. I'll have to close it and reopen it and quickly click back in OBS. That's gonna be fun when I go back to the Ribbons Quest and need to check things off of the Paint.net list.
Oh no!
The only other way I could see myself getting around that is if I somehow converted the Paint.net list to like some web page. So I could alter the web page from another device, have OBS capture it, and then technically speaking, my computer will still think both programs are the active window. But I don't know any kind of web coding whatsoever,
Oh no!
so it'll probably just be, okay, I've completed a mission on the Ribbons Quest. Let's check that off, close the viewer software, and reopen it. Of course, if in the event I get a better computer anytime soon, then hopefully it'll just have enough whatever this computer doesn't have to just run both no problem. I'm guessing it's something having to do with like RAM. Maybe video performance, because I need to, because the viewer software uses like DirectX rendering or something.
Oh
So close.
no!
even if I don't complete this stage today, I won't feel bad, because I've watched other streamers make hard stages and take multiple, like, 6-hour streams just to clear one stage. Basically anything by Pangaea Panga is a good example. Dang it.
Oh no!
I also like that if I'm fast enough, I can make Mario crouch in midair there.
Oh no!
Okay, something that I haven't tested, that I have a feeling I'll forget to actually do every single time unless I can carry out the sentence long enough, is what happens if I let go of the spin jump button. So when I land on that piranha plant, I just do a short hop. Nope, still gotta cancel momentum. Dang it.
Oh no!
I forget exactly what the timing is for getting skewered on the way up. I just know it's a thing that can happen. A happy accident of making this stage hard.
Oh no!
Come on, I've made that jump before. Also, I guess I could show this off while I'm here. The reason I have this kind of semi-solid platform here is just so that way you can't just take a break. Oh, what the heck? Oh cool, I got a unique death sound. And I didn't expect that to work. Was that the longest death sound? Because I know some are longer than others. Dang it.
Oh no!
Too early. Too late.
Oh no! Oh
Play it again,
no!
come on. hope there are more playable characters in Mario Maker 2 besides just Mario. Dang it.
Oh no!
And when I say I hope there's more playable characters, I hope they play differently than Mario. Because having 4 Marios that are just different, basically just different costumes, that'd be stupid.
Oh no!
I also hope the mystery mushrooms return, though maybe a little difficult to do considering there are a lot of third-party mystery mushrooms. So a lot of them will probably have to be cut. Even if they use mystery mushrooms with Amiibo, they'll probably have to cut a lot of them if they keep any. And there are some characters that, even though they have Amiibo and weren't in Mario Maker 1, I don't see them coming to Mario Maker 2. Such as Cloud. Cloud has an Amiibo, but I'm still not sure how Nintendo got the permission to use Cloud in Smash. Considering how much of Cloud is in Smash. There's only 2 Final Fantasy songs, and neither of them are a remix of any sort.
Oh no!
They didn't add any more in Ultimate. And in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Cloud doesn't have, like, a spirit. His only spirit is just his character select screen art, which I think is also the case for Wii Fit Trainer for some reason.
Oh no!
But those are the most disappointing spirits, in my opinion. Then again, spirits as a whole are disappointing. And I've gotten a lot of crap from a few of my friends about how much I prefer trophies to spirits. Because here's my reasoning. Just about every single one of those spirits, except for like the character select screen art, every one of those spirits is just an image that already existed before the game came out.
Oh no!
Sure, there are some spirits that are higher resolution than the original art that they... or that... not the original art. Because technically speaking, if it is higher resolution than the art we already have, then that would make it closer to the original. Or more original. But there are some spirits that offer higher resolution versions of pictures that we already had. And there's like the infamous example of like some sprite from a Konami pinball table. I think it's a Konami pinball table. Some sprite from a pinball table or pachinko machine or something that's an in-between sprite that isn't as easily viewable or even seeable in its context. Yeah, there are some cool spirits like that, but most of the spirits are just, hey, let's do a Google search for this character. There's some art, let's see if we can find the original master of it. Whereas with trophies, most, if not all of those trophy models are made for Smash Brothers. I'm not sure how many trophies over the years were just reused models from something else. Dang it!
Oh no!
I mean, sure, I know some models in Smash Brothers are reused from other games, like Jigglypuff in Smash 3DS. That just uses its normal Pokemon model from like X and Y at the time.
Oh
Just with
no!
an updated color scheme. Like the texture was updated, but the model wasn't. But I can't think of any trophies off the top of my head that
Oh no!
were reused models from something else. Unless you want to count, like, the weird Pac-Man trophies and the WarioWare trophies, which were just flat images. At least the WarioWare ones, the image was different when you turned it around. The Pac-Man ones, it's just a flat image. That's why I prefer trophies to spirits. but I can understand that they would take the most time, because that's a ton of models you have to make that are going to be used literally in just a viewing gallery.
Oh no!
And I also understand that that would have inflated the file size of the game tremendously. To which I say Smash Brothers is held back by being 16 gigabytes only. I can understand that it's 16 gigabytes, so that way it would fit in the most easily available Nintendo Switch game card size. But there are game card sizes of 32 gigabytes and higher. Most developers don't use them because they cost more. But Smash Brothers is a first-party game. I very much think that Smash Brothers would have been able to recuperate... Dang it!
Oh no!
Okay, I'm looking at the slightly delayed feed of my stream. And now the stream on my phone. Because I'm trying to remember how exactly I go about getting this key. I think I need to do some weird momentum BS. Or I could just eat the hit. Like, I think I designed it in such a way that you can get it with momentum BS, because if you die and resume from that checkpoint, you obviously don't have a mushroom. Unless I put a mushroom there and it's just gone by the time I get there. I can't remember.
Oh no!
But yeah, I think Smash Brothers is held back by being in a standard game card size and trying so desperately to fit in that standard game card size. They have been able to use the 32 gigabyte or more, then they would have been able to have A, more music, B, space for trophies, C, maybe the remaining 15 stages that aren't in the game already.
Oh no!
Maybe they could have included Stage Builder out of the box. That's another... I have said it, like, privately to my friends, but I'll say it publicly. I do not feel like Smash Brothers came out as a complete game. Smash Ultimate, to be specific. I feel like that was shipped out incomplete. I also feel they still have yet to actually complete it. Okay, now how do I get this key again? It's been years. I think I have to land on that piranha plant over there by the one-way things. But I can't go too far, because if I go on the other side of them, I obviously can't come back. No! This was the farthest I had ever made it. Ever. Now, I think that wall, that shaft, I can get away with using normal wall jumps for a while. That was the farthest I'd ever made it in one run. That means I'm doing good. I'm making progress. Yeah. But yeah, Smash Brothers, not a complete game yet. It's serviceable, playable, and completely usable. But I do not feel that it is complete. Maybe if they didn't name it Smash Ultimate, if they had gone with, like, Smash Special like they did in Japan, maybe I could see it as a more complete game. But if it's gonna call itself Smash Ultimate, it's gotta be the Ultimate Smash. And an Ultimate Smash would include things like a home run contest, a break the targets, a everything that makes Smash good experience. Everything people love about Smash. And it has most of what we love. It has a lot of what we love. But it has a lot of odd exclusions. Like, what happened to Wario's other costumes? What happened to Little Mac's other costume? There's the one Luigi costume from Melee that I love that hasn't come back since ever,
Oh no!
based off of his NES colors. There are a lot of technical costumes from other games that aren't in future games just because the designs have been shifted. Why can't I use Stage Morph online? Why can't I bring a player 2 online in arena matches? Where's the online tournaments? Like, right now I'm just spitballing, thinking of features that were in previous Smash Brothers games that just aren't in Ultimate. And either those are gonna come in future updates, or, more likely, or if they come at all. I still feel they're gonna come out in future updates. But I have a feeling that they were cut from the game to save space. And
Oh no!
like, to put things into perspective, this is the first Smash Brothers game that I've completed the challenge board on. I still have stuff to do in 3DS and Wii U. I never had my own copy of Brawl. But even when I did have Brawl, I never finished the board. I honestly miss the old All-Star Smash, but I understand why it's different now. Because those matches would have taken forever. They tried to expedite it with the use of 8-player Smash, but that just kind of made things worse. But I still think they should have the old All-Star Smash. But just make it abundantly clear, this is a marathon kind of mode. This may not be doable in one sitting. Just let people use the rest area and take a break. That was a feature. You could do that in previous games. You could leave and come back. At least I think you could. And I'm surprised it took all the way up to the 3.0 update to use the online app. I honestly thought that was something they were going to do from the beginning. And then now that they have the online app, it does everything I thought it would do. Dang it!
Oh no!
Yeah, Smash Ultimate is just kind of odd to me. I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I pre-ordered it with Prime whenever they still had the pre-order discounts on Prime.
Oh no!
But again, I'm glad I pre-ordered it. I'm glad I got a 20% discount on it. I'm also upset that the Mii Fighter costumes aren't included in the Fighter's Pass, and they don't have an option for a Mii costume season pass. I don't quite feel the need to buy all the Mii Fighter costumes yet. I might in the future, when they release a pack for it. Maybe if I buy all the fighter costumes, I'll be closer to having enough gold points to buy a full game with. Or who am I kidding? I only have like 700 gold points. I'd need like 6,000 for a full game. It'd be nice to get Animal Crossing with it though, but I don't think I'll be able to have 6,000 gold points by the time Animal Crossing comes out, even if I buy a ton of games now. There are plenty of games I want to get for the Switch. I would love to get another copy of Hyrule Warriors, because the Switch version looks so good. Dang it.
Oh no!
I made a deal with one of the previous senior patrol leaders of my Boy Scout troop when I was in it, that if I got my Eagle Scout, he'd give me a game of my choosing, and I asked for Bayonetta 2, and I never got it. Now that I have a Switch, it couldn't be easier.
Oh no! Oh no!
When am I gonna get the timing down for that consistently? Starting to not feel my thumb. I need to get some tape and tape down the B button. But I think that'll be my undoing, because I may have a part of this stage where holding the B button is, like, detrimental. Can't remember.
Oh no!
Ugh. Come on.
Oh!
I also noticed that, like, my capture card that I have for HDMI, it doesn't look too terrible when I have, like, the feed... Dang it, I wasn't paying attention. When I have the feed, like, kind of cropped like this, how I do on Twitch, or, like, zoomed out like this. But if I try to make the entire feed just the capture card, it becomes very apparent that I bought a cheapo HDMI capture card. Like, the video feed is super crusty, and I'm not sure how crusty it looks on Twitch right now. I'm actually kind of surprised I just saved that, but I'm not sure how kind of crusty the colors look right now, and I died.
Oh no!
But I do know it looks much more tolerable when it's, like, zoomed out like that. I also think it's trying to get a 1080p signal right now, because my Wii U is set to output at 1080p. And it's, like, forcibly downscaling that. Or who knows, maybe I have my Wii U set to 720 because my TV is only 720.
Oh no!
Come on.
Oh no! Oh no!
Like, just that jump itself is really tight. Because if you You can't just hold the direction you need to go, but you kind of need to for a little bit to actually have the momentum to land it. But if you, like, pull back too early, then you don't make the jump.
Oh no!
You pull back too late, then you make the jump, but then you hit the spike wall. That in and of itself was a really tight jump. And again, basically my editing style for making this stage was, okay, I'm gonna put this piranha plant here. Can I make it to this piranha plant from the other piranha plant? And if I can make it even once, then I'm like, okay, let's advance to the next stage. Or the next segment. That's how I design all of my hardest challenges. I once made like a Minecraft parkour challenge back on like the first release of the Xbox 360 edition. It was like beta 1.6 PC equivalent. Dang it!
Oh no!
And that was basically how I tested every single part of the parkour. Just like, can I make this jump once? Yes? Okay, time to move on to the next jump. I at no point ever made that entire thing in one go.
Oh no!
Part of me wishes that I had recreated that thing in like PC Minecraft so I could still have it to this day. It's probably long gone by now because it was on my brother's Xbox and my sister uses it now. And even if there's some kind of save data syncing, I'm not even sure if he has Minecraft on Xbox One. Thank you guys. Oh. Oh.
Oh no!
I was expecting to die there, and I got startled that I actually made it.
Oh no!
God dang it.
Oh no!
I think, like, I also don't always spin jump at the very peak of my jump. If you spin jump off the wall too early, then obviously you won't have enough height to make it. Which is why I make sure that you have 2 blocks of height to work with there, so that way you may accidentally spin jump too early. Here it's just 1 block. Okay, here it's also 1 block. But you need to do it from the very top. Ah!
Oh!
Oh, you can stand on the skewer. Neat. The noise of doing these spin jumps is gonna get burned into my head.
Oh no!
Dang it, I died the same way again. And then I jumped too late. Or too early. Like, you get so used to... Okay, I can't even say you get used to older segments, because I have to keep playing these beginning segments over and over. What? Okay. Ow! I was hoping I could save it. If I want to make this even harder, I could, like, put red coins instead of a key there.
Oh no!
But the question is, where would I put red coins? Or pink coins, whatever. I think maybe, like, one in that corner there that I've just bonked into. You have to, like, go there and then redo this. Not sure if I can put one up on top of the semi-solid platform. I think there's a trick to being able to do that. But I'm not sure how to do the trick. And I don't know what I was doing there. But I did something there.
Oh no!
Perhaps I could put one, like, above the muncher there, so you have to somehow do some weird wall jumping in this shaft to get it.
Oh no!
See, like, at this point, I don't want to have to retest new elements. I'm fine with how this stage currently is. I just want to upload it.
Oh no!
I think I'm also at, like, the sprite limit of this stage. I know there's a way to duplicate sprites and just push past the limit. But again, I think stages that utilize that may be susceptible to deletion.
Oh no!
This stage utilizes no glitches. It's just stupidly hard, and not many people think that they can spin jump, or do a spin wall jump, or even wall jump out of a spin. This stage is to prove that you can.
Oh no!
Like, as soon as I found out that you could spin wall jump, and like wall jump out of a spin jump.
Oh no!
Or even just like spin jump out of a wall jump. Once I learned you could do that, I was like, I must make a stage that uses this. I don't see any other stages doing this. Then again, there's also a couple million stages on the server. Like, Nintendo touted that. They boasted that. Like, we have over 1 million Mario Maker stages. And yet, they have to delete stages because they don't get enough plays. Oh.
Oh no!
See, even though the upper spring kills you, I need to have it there, because then the window of hitting the normal spring, it will be too small, and you'll technically bonk into the bottom of the upper spike. I think.
Oh no!
You know what? I think I have like that pipe set up where the helmet is, just so that way I can have a second checkpoint, because I don't remember what that pipe does or where it takes you. I don't know if there's like a more challenge past it or not. I think it's literally just a checkpoint. I could be very wrong.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Ah,
Oh no!
come on. I remember why I stopped trying to clear this however many years ago. Does the Wii U have an activity log? I know the 3DS has an activity log. Does the Wii U have an activity log? If so, I would not be opposed to like checking it to see when the last time I booted Mario Maker up was. Though whenever the last time I booted it up probably wasn't for trying to clear this stage, it was probably for like some special
Oh no!
like event course that would unlock a mystery mushroom.
Oh no!
Alright, so I guess in other news. More news from the 3DS capture community. So as I kind of talked about a little bit whenever I did my 3DS test stream, which by the way now, I have means of recording 3DS audio. So I can get back to it pretty much whenever I want to. I just tried to figure out, okay, what do I want to play today, and was like, I want to play Mario Maker. But, from the 3DS capture community. There's a possibility that Loopy could come back. Very slight possibility. Like, I decided to go and check his website, see his forums, see how he's been doing. Because honestly, I didn't even know he had forums. I just knew that he made 3DS capture cards before Kasukitty. and then at some point just kind of disappeared. Oh, dang it!
No.
Like, at some point disappeared. Okay, you can't ground pound out of that, so I'm gonna see if you could somehow cancel spinning. Yeah, I saw his forum boards, and they're still fairly active, and heck, Loopy himself has been active on his forum board. So, don't necessarily know why he hasn't been doing 3DS capture installation. Or maybe he has, just like super duper rarely.
Oh no.
But... I need to do a little bit of maintenance on my phones here real quick. And when I say maintenance, I mean like take my video feed and flip it upside down. Because my main phone is super susceptible to screen burn. So I probably have like Twitch UI buttons burned into my screen for a little bit now. But yeah, on his forum board, someone brought up that Kasukitty shut down. And he pretty much called BS on their reasoning for shutting down. Because the official statement from Kasukitty was that they weren't making enough profit. That it was hard to sustain their business of capture mods for various systems with the profits they were bringing in. And Loopy was basically like, you hold the monopoly on the business, buddy. How are you not making profit? No, the real reason is probably because Japan declared it illegal to modify video game systems. And guess where Kasukitty is located. Or used to be located, at least. Okay, I'm gonna be real here. That trick I did of just waiting up there for a bit, I never thought to do that until now. Saved it. Ah!
No.
So yeah, he called them out on their BS for how can they not be making enough profit, they hold a monopoly, they can charge literally whatever they want. But then he also kind of, well not kind of, his message said, I guess I better get back to work. Or I guess I better get busy, something along those lines.
No.
Now, obviously this is a text post on a forum. So whether or not he's actually going to return is up in the air. But even if jokingly, it seems that he's considered it. So that'll be good, because I constantly fear that my capture card will just die. Because that's all the horror stories I hear of Kasukitty cards. It's just that they just die. Heard that Murky installs them better. And I'm glad I got my installation from Murky. I mean, he was the only option. He had stock left after Kasukitty shut down. But that's the end of his stock.
Oh no.
Yeah, many people would cite Murky as installing them better than Kasukitty could in-house. But I just have the fear that one day I'll plug in the capture card and it'll just be like, nope, no signal.
Oh no.
And it may or may not fry the console. But if Loopy does come back, and if he does make boards for new 3DSs, even if it's just oh look, I did it again. Even if it's just the 3DS small. Or the new 3DS small. Even if it's just that, I'd be happy to buy one. Just because he has the best reputation for 3DS capture. These cards seem to be usually cheaper than Kasukitty, if you ever had the option for one or the other. And plus, he's based in America, so I wouldn't have to do stupid customs labels and import fees. I would very much love to get a loopy new 3DS card, but those currently don't exist. There's no guarantee that they ever will.
Oh no!
I would also love to get a 3DS Flash card, but apparently the only people who make 3DS Flash cards are super not trustworthy. And the entire homebrew community doesn't like... I'm starting to cramp my hand. Trying to spin jump with the bumper button and not the trigger button isn't helping. So I guess I have to get used to using the other trigger for spin jumping now.
Oh no!
Cool. Thank you, hand cramps. I'm not used to using my left hand for the spin jumps. As long as I can remember, I've always done spin jumps with my right hand. And I think that may mostly be because I grew up with the Game Boy Advance port of Super Mario World. So, like, the spin jump button was the R button, and the L button controlled the camera. I'm struggling to get up this first tower. I keep letting go on that jump there, that's second one. Like my brain is like, what do? I'm using that hand to move Mario, not make him jump. I let go of B thinking that would make him stop doing these tall jumps. Yeah, I'm struggling to commit the muscle memory for this, and it's cramping my hand with the other one. Do I have any other controller I could, like, play this with? This will only sync to my Switch because it's Bluetooth. I don't think I have any Wii batteries. Do I have any charged AA's? Because I could probably sync up the classic controller normal. That'd be more comfortable. Unfortunately, I can't use the GameCube controller on the Wii U because it only works in Smash Brothers. If I have any batteries. I have one in my mouse, but if I have like another one where rechargeable AA's. Packaging for my rechargeable AA's is empty. Where the heck did I put that other AA? Like again, one's in my mouse. I thought I had the other two nearby. Unless Ivan somehow... unless I put them on the charger and Ivan thought they were his. God, I hope that wasn't the case. Terrible care of those batteries. I have 4 rechargeable AA batteries. I would continuously hot swap into my mouse. But I only know of the one that's currently residing in my mouse. God, I hope they're not out there. I'm gonna go check my room. Be right back. Okay, well, I have no idea where my batteries are. I don't think the ones that I found are mine. If they are mine, they're the ones that I stopped using. The labels starting to people. And apparently that could be pretty bad when it comes to batteries. I have no idea how much charge are on these, any at all. Not getting any light up from my Wii remote. That's fantastic. Normally I would have this stuff prepared, but I didn't anticipate for my hand to get cramped. Never gotten hand cramped. Either mine or battery. Mildly. No more. Honest. Don't want to just power through Mario Maker myself can't cramps on the play. Whatever proper terminology is. Oh cool, I've actually been away from the game long enough for it to go into that mode. Oh, it's gone into sleep mode. Or dim screen mode because I've been away for so long. Where are my batteries? Where? Name. Insert your preferred deity here. Where are my batteries? Oh, that's just fantastic. Rip my rechargeable AA batteries. No idea where they've gone off to. I usually keep them in the opened semi-opened packaging they came in. That way they're kept in one place and they don't roll around. But neither my packaging down here on my desk or my packaging that's up on my dresser in my room have them in it. That tells me that Ivan probably commandeered them. Which sucks. The charger out there is empty. I haven't checked his Xbox One controller, but even if I did... Did I put them in this Xbox? Nope. His old Xbox One controller's empty. I know they're not in my Game Boy Advances, because I just checked those the other day. That means that if Ivan took my batteries, then he's using them and lost his batteries. Or he could be using his batteries and lost mine. It's also very possible that I could have lost my own batteries, but we can't have that now, can we? I have no idea where these things are. I have exactly one that is in my mouse right now. I had two others. And guess what? I just found them. They rolled under my keyboard. I hate my luck sometimes. Wish I had a soundboard, because then I'd just play the Price is Right losing bell. You know, the whoa bell. Oh, okay. Let's go and pick up that Wii remote again and see if it'll read these batteries. Or if they're just slightly low enough voltage that my Wii remote... That's like a dumb thing that I've noticed with chargeable batteries, is after you charge them a certain amount, they still work, but some devices just for some reason don't recognize them unless you can do some kind of weird like voltage trickery, usually applying pressure. Oh, I'm getting one blinking light. That just means I need to hit the sync button on my Wii U. Ah. Okay. It's on. And now there's like stuff there. Cool. Oh boy, now I gotta get my Wii U charging crate. Or I could just turn my TV on. So I was looking at the Wii U screen the whole time, the gamepad screen. Now I've got a much more comfortable controller. Like, I love the gamepad, I really do. But it's like, for this, it's just annoying. Oh, I gotta get used to this D-pad. I have a feeling I bought, like, cheapo Wii Classic controllers. Because there's, like, none of the branding on the back of it, and it feels super light. I just gotta get used to that. D-pad feels a little bit sticky. It's stiff sticky. Come on.
Oh no!
And for the love of God, I don't want to play this stage with a Wii remote
Oh
bare,
no!
because that would mean every time I want to do a spin jump, I need to shake the Wii remote.
Oh no!
Okay, which of these two shoulder buttons am I going to have an easier time hitting? I want to say... Was it ZR? It's ZR.
Oh no! Oh no!
Is it me or is Mario's eyes closed every time he's died from a spin jump?
Oh
Or am I
no!
just... Or does it just look off to me? Let's try using normal R, not ZR. I have to, like, bend my finger awkwardly. Like, if I hold one of the spin jump buttons with one hand at all times, and just tap it when I need to do the jumps with the other hand, I can make some progress. Don't know why I kept all that momentum. Why do I keep so much leftward momentum? Like, the left button on this sticky? Like, actually? I then need to go and get my other classic controller. Really seems like it. This could be a problem with both classic controllers. I really hope it's not. Now I'm overcompensating. Hand cramps. Bane of gamers everywhere.
Oh no!
Yeah, I tried pressing left or right multiple times there. I'm gonna go grab my other classic controller. And hopefully that works. Better. More dusty. You know, one thing I don't like about moving is that I never have enough rubber bands or twist ties for my wires. So I have to resort to using my ponytail holders. And then whenever I get to the new house, it's like, where are all my ponytail holders? And this classic controller isn't giving me any input whatsoever. There we go. Seems to occasionally drop D-pad input. I really don't want to have to play this stage with the stick. I gotta really hug the D-pad to get it to work. And this also likes to carry left. I can't say why weren't there just normal controllers. See, like, look at that. I'm holding left when I try to make that jump. It keeps sending me to the corner. Dang it, I have to use the gamepad. Gamepad's been hurting my hand. Alright, well these probably should get charged anyway, so I'll put them there. Time I know they're under my keyboard. Alright, come here, gamepad. The only reliable controller I've ever had for the Wii U. I can also turn my TV off now.
Oh no!
So considering my rate of failure with this stage, I don't think I'll be able to clear this with the remaining time I have. Unless I can just somehow get a miracle run for both checkpoints.
Oh no!
Come on, now I can't make this simple thing. Dang it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Can I please just get back to... I want to see if I can get back to that shaft. That you could just technically normal one jump up. I didn't think to do that until I was already dead. Ah!
Oh no!
I'm honestly kind of surprised that like playing Mario Maker is cramping my hand when I've put a lot of hours into Smash with this gamepad.
Oh no!
Now I'm dying on all the easy stuff. Heck, I've put a lot of hours into Splatoon with this, and in Splatoon 1 I mained the one ink brush that had the sprinkler. That was only recently added to Splatoon 2. I cannot use ink brushes in Splatoon 2 for some reason. Like, I can't mash the back trigger fast enough. And on my actually good controller, the shoulder buttons are a bit sticky, so I can't mash those, period. With this gamepad, I could just mash... Why can't I make that jump anymore?
Oh no!
I can just mash the back trigger so fast. But nice, I got like a 1-frame spin jump. Maybe more than 1 frame, I'm not sure. Not sure what the frame data for this game is.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hey. Why am I failing to make that one jump? I know I need to make it at the very peak of my jump. Like the only way I've been able to consistently make it to the final, or second to final piranha plant in that shaft. Like that. And then I hit the spike.
Oh no!
You wanna know what I'd love? But I don't know how to code, so I can't make this a reality. I would love it if somebody could somehow reverse engineer the 3DS viewer softwares for like Homebrew, Asukitty, Loopy, and somehow convert that into video source for OBS and XSplit. That'd be nice. Then I technically wouldn't need a separate window open. Might mean I might be able to get a video feed without having to trick my computer into forgetting which window's the active window. But again, I don't know how to code. Don't know how to reverse engineer. Don't do any of that. So it's but a dream. Right, so I guess one thing that I could note about like that shaft that I'm having such difficulty on is there's technically like one frame on all of those platforms where the piranha plants are that you could land on. Or like, yeah, 1 pixel that you could land on and stand next to the piranha plant. And if you could, theoretically, and if you could land on it, you could probably cheese one of those segments. But, good luck landing on it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Actually kicked up a lot of dust looking for those batteries, so a little bit of it's still like in my throat.
Oh no!
Okay, I think my problem with that jump is I keep instinctively trying to do a full jump. And I think you're supposed to do like a partially full jump. Ah.
Oh no!
Like, how much of a well-oiled machine can I become?
Oh no!
Oh,
No!
dang it.
Oh no!
Someday. I don't care if Nintendo announces that these servers go down. Like, if they announce these servers go down, I will spend the rest of my time trying to upload this until then. And if they do go down, then I'll probably just painstakingly recreate this in Mario Maker 2. This stage will eventually see the light of day.
Oh
Eventually.
no! Oh no!
Ah.
Oh
Like, that's all my commentary has devolved to now, is just upset grunts at dying. Like, this is the last stage I ever made for Mario Maker.
Oh no!
Mostly because I couldn't beat it. And other games came out that took my attention. Like Smash Brothers.
Oh no!
And what else came out around that time?
Oh no!
The veins on my hand are gonna get so swollen. Hand gonna be so swole. Oh no. Oh!
Oh no!
Almost saved it. Whenever you anticipate the fail, but you don't fail. And you try to save it, then you fail. Mario Maker.
Oh no!
Snacks down here. Last snack I had down here was like a beef snack from Cleveland. Tasted terrible.
Oh no!
Also, I wonder where in the stream I dropped the 191 frames.
Oh no!
Why does that kind of death happen a lot, where I just bounce off of the swamp and onto the front and muncher?
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, that was me testing to see if the thwomp fell fast enough that I could trigger it and then have it fall faster than me. The answer is no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Keep hitting left or right, just a hair before I hit the spin jump button, and thusly the spin jump doesn't happen. And that muncher gets me again. I wonder if it'd just be easier to fall off the the right side of the swamp, and just wall jump over to the left wall. Probably more complicated than it's worth. Means I'm gonna try it anyway. That wasn't too bad.
Oh no!
Too much breakage.
Oh no!
Not enough breakage. Ah.
Oh no!
Come on, I can do this. I can do this. Tested every single part of this stage individually. I just suck at Mario Maker.
Oh no!
All because I wanted to utilize a lesser used mechanic. I also just kind of wonder, for anyone who does know that spin wall jumps exist, are they lesser used because not many people know of them? Or are they lesser used because they're bad? 'Cause at this rate, I'd be willing to believe either option.
Oh,
Oh, come on! I even remembered not to fully hold the thing, but I pressed the left direction before I pressed the button.
oh no!
You know, I wonder. And I don't feel like testing to find out, but I wonder. If you play this with the analog stick and not the D-pad, like, can it detect subtle movements with the stick? Could I partially have Mario go in the opposite direction to make some of these jumps easier? Again,
Oh,
I don't really know how to test this in a way that wouldn't infuriate me. Like, here, let's find out. Slightly hold the stick. Slightly hold the stick. Okay, it does look like I can get Mario to move very slightly slower with just slightly tilting the stick. But I don't know if that'll help me with any of these jumps. Especially since, like, if this is the case, and that means there's quite a dead zone. There is a large dead zone with when it actually inputs Mario moving. Even if he does move slightly slower. So it wouldn't surprise me if Nintendo purposely made that the case, because they don't like analog movement. Especially in 3D spaces. Oh. Ugh. Okay, so I am gonna need to do another spin jump. Stop!
oh no!
I forgot that was there! Oh, new record. New record for distance.
Oh no!
New record for distance. I feel good about that.
Oh no!
Dang it. No! I'll make it one of these days. I'll make it one of these days. One of these days. Not sure when. I also like how, like, the Mario Maker 2 website was updated. Slightly. Because the release date to Mario Maker 2 was announced. And it still links to the Wii U page for Mario Maker, making it one of few Wii U games to still have their page up. Because Nintendo went on a purging spree of, I believe, the Wii, the DSi, DS, and the Wii U. Not the 3DS, however. Which tells me that they're probably gonna do a couple extra firmware updates. They're not quite ready to kill it off yet. I was just checking notifications on my phone. I think the last time I had actually booted up my Wii U to use it for anything was to, like, use it for Google Docs. So I went on a... Really? I went on, like, a Twitter multi-thread tweet thing about this once. But, I like finding very unconventional means of text editing. Like, when I need to write stuff down, I don't really like using the notepads on phones, like the built-in ones. Because they're either annoying to transfer the text to another medium, or in the case of my current phone, my phone, like, my display on my phone has a terrible burn-in problem, so I can't have the keyboard up for too long, or else the keys stay there. Like, I just kind of are ghostly. So because of that, I try to find, like, unconventional means of using text editors. And I found that, like, one of the best is logging into Google Docs on the Wii U's browser.
Oh no!
Dang it. You know, logging into on the Wii U's browser.
Oh no!
Because then I can have the gamepad and walk around and write stuff down, because I have a lot... For some reason, it's much easier for me to, like, write stuff if I'm moving. Dang it.
Oh no!
Easier to write stuff if I'm moving. And even think when I'm moving. But in terms of, like, portable methods of text editing that I can then retrieve on a computer when I actually need to use the things I've written, the best thing I found is just, like, you know, walking around with the Wii U gamepad on Google Docs. Then that requires having the Wii U plugged in. I would use Google Docs on the Switch, but I fear its burn-in problems, because it's not immune from burn-in problems. They're just really hard to have happen, I guess. That, and I need to use the weird DNS trick. Get into the Switch's web browser just to use Google Docs.
Oh no!
Not to mention, I think Google Docs technically runs ads in the background. On top of that, using the Switch's touchscreen just doesn't feel as nice as using the Wii U gamepad's touchscreen, even though it's technically a better screen. But I think that may come more down to the fact that the gamepad does not get as hot as the Switch. Probably because the gamepad doesn't do any actual processing. It's mostly just a display. I have to, like, tap the screen of the gamepad all I want, and my hands won't get warm. My fingers won't get warm.
Oh no!
I used to be able to do text editing on the 3DS, but, like, Google Docs doesn't work all that well on the 3DS. Pastebin runs ads, and those bloat the experience and potentially make my 3DS susceptible to malware.
Oh
Eh.
no!
So, even with the new 3DS and its better web browser, Pastebin still loads like crap. I used to be able to just use EditPad, and then copy-paste what I had in EditPad into Pastebin. Then for some reason, no model of 3DS can load EditPad's website anymore.
Oh no!
Next best thing I could find, I forget exactly what the website was called because it had a weird name, but it basically just saved your documents to like a special cookie or like a specific URL, but if you left it be for like 2 to 3 months, it would delete. And that worked for a while, until the page ended up, until like the amount of text I had on there ended up being so big that the 3DS had trouble loading it. Screw it, taking the hit. Forgot the spin jump. I forgot to also peek at what was coming next. That's like another reason why I'm happy this stage is designed the way it is, on how it's just constantly up and down, up and down, up and down. You can technically get a preview of what's coming next, because it's a widescreen display, landscape mode instead of portrait mode. If this was like Super Mario Run, vertical screen, then good luck.
Oh no!
Also mechanically wise,
Oh no!
for like anyone who's played New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, because I'm kind of reluctant on getting that, because I already have New Super Mario Bros. U. Like the pack that has both it and Luigi U. Again, reluctant to get New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. Doesn't add all that much. In fact, it takes away more than it adds. Come on. Why didn't I jump? Like, mechanically, What all is different between the Acorn suit and the Super Crown? Why couldn't Toadette just have an Acorn suit? Like, is her glide angle slightly different than that of the Acorn suit? Does it have, like, different momentum stuff? I think its momentum is different. Which is, like, one of the only things I can see that sets it apart from the Acorn suit. Anytime I just, like, try comparing it to the Acorn suit, I think to myself, you mean we could have avoided all that, like, all the insert Mario enemy here at BS? Like, I've been getting significantly less prude as I grow up. Or as I've grown over the years. But even still, I can look at that and be like, you know, this is the whole reason why somebody hoarded a ton of Rosalina amiibos and wouldn't let anyone buy them. This is exactly what he was warning us against. Like, he's still an asshole for doing that.
Oh no!
And I still, like, would look at his reasoning and be like, oh, it'll never get to that. And then Bowsette happens. And I'm like, god dang it, he warned us. He warned us by hoarding all of the Smash Rosalina amiibos, making them one of the hardest amiibo to get. If you wanted a complete in-box North American Rosalina amiibo, you were gonna have to pay a pretty penny. Why am I having such difficulty with that jump there? Like, I'm at the 1/3, I can get to the 1/3 point of this stage with varying degrees of consistency.
Oh.
I'm guessing this is like how all of the super hard Mario Maker stages are made and uploaded. I think like Penga said it took him like over 18 hours to clear U-Break.
Oh no!
Was it U-Break or P-Break?
Oh no!
I can't even remember. Will that spike ball hurt you? If you like hold
No!
right coming down the shaft? Find out. No. It doesn't hurt you. If I made it 2 spike balls, it would probably hurt you.
Oh no!
I just keep hitting the top spring, which is death. Yeah, I think it may actually be impossible to get hurt on that spike, at least through normal play. You have to either get super unlucky with your timing of holding right coming down the shaft, or you'd need to purposely jump into it.
Oh no!
Okay, so you can get hurt on it, but again, it seems like you need to go out of your way to get hurt on it. Let's hope they don't patch out the spin wall jump in Mario Maker 2. I don't think they'd have any reason to.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, I heard Mario's feet actually hit the platform there, so I think that's the closest I've ever been to, like, landing on the platform with it. Also, I have a feeling the Nyko charge cable I have for a gamepad, I have a feeling its rate of charge is either equal to or very slightly faster than the Wii U gamepad's rate of battery decay. Because it's been set as charging all day. I have it plugged directly into the Wii U, so the only way it gets power is if the Wii U is on. Probably plug it into a different USB, just that way it gets more power. And again, I don't mind having it be tethered to the Wii U currently.
Oh no!
And I can do this. And I know plenty of other people can probably also do it, but the stage isn't uploaded, so...
Oh no!
Come on!
Oh no!
Press the jump button.
Oh no!
Oh, it's missed it one time, It feels so good once I get this level uploaded.
Oh no!
Wonder if this will have my lowest clear rate out of any of my stages.
Oh no!
Nice. Finding less common ways to die. starting to feel the back of my hand cramp up.
Oh no!
Gonna have like carpal tunnel by the end of today's stream.
Oh no! Oh no!
Like, this was the jump. This was the jump that I was stuck on the most whenever I tried clearing this stage whenever I first made it. Like, I've heavily considered nerfing that jump many a times.
Oh no!
Like, currently speaking, I might consider that to be the hardest jump in the stage.
Oh no!
Just keep hitting the direction before I hit the jump button, which thusly means I don't get a jump. Because of the way spin wall jumping works. Oh! Hmm.
Oh no!
Too early.
Oh no!
That's a new one. That's a new one.
Oh no!
Don't think I've ever had that particular death happen.
Oh no! Oh no!
Like, I know at that point I'm dead, but I just try to see if I can make the wall jumps to extend my life by a couple seconds anyway. It doesn't do anything, it wastes time.
No.
It makes me feel better about myself. And is that? 1. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh. Neat. Well, I could take this as a moment to drink liquids. Don't have any good liquids in here. Could take this as a moment to go to the bathroom, but I'll be ending here soon enough anyway. I say that, but... Yeah, I'll go to the bathroom real quick, and I'll just have Mario stare at you on the pause screen. I'm gonna keep it paused so the timer doesn't tick away. Ugh. Why is my foot numb? This through, not good at singing. Oh, who knew? I knew. But I proceeded anyway. Proceeded, not preceded. Okay, time. Yeah, I got more time. Stop!
Oh no.
Ah.
Oh no.
The stage is just a question to see if I can break my own spirit. I will prove it past me. I've only gotten more strong-willed over the years.
Oh no.
I hope.
Oh no.
goodness, I just realized this entire stream I was supposed to have a window open, and I didn't have it open. Whoops. Next death, I'll fix that, though I'm gonna be ending soon enough that it might not matter all that much.
Oh no!
Backdrop frames, because I clicked out of OBS. Come on. Back in while it loads, assuming it's loading. I wish that I not only wish I had an all controller, but I wish it also still had its macro capability. Just so I could just save macros of that beginning part. So you just push a button and it remembers all the inputs to get through this specific segment.
Oh no!
Oh, Firefox finally opened. Oh, neat. It's still there. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Alright, that should be good. There we are. Again, this getting Firefox open may not actually matter in the long run, but just in case.
Oh no! Oh no!
This
Oh no!
dang jump. Every single time.
Oh no!
Not every single time, but enough of the time.
Oh no!
Enough of the time.
Oh no!
And then that happens. No, I think I remembered why I don't use pink coins and instead just use one key. And this could just be a me thing, but seeing a key kind of has the implication to me that it's more important. Whereas, unless it's pre-established in the stage, that there's like a locked door you need to go through, seeing pink coins kind of strikes me more as an optional collectible, whereas seeing a key seems more important. Like, hey, no BS, here's just a key you need.
Oh no!
Not sure how many more attempts I can fit in here.
Oh
Well,
no!
many more if I keep dying like that.
Oh no!
I wonder, if I start talking, can you guys hear the gamepad? I never really tested that all stream, and I didn't think about it until now. Got caught up adjusting the volume of the gamepad because I was self-conscious that I fell into the muncher.
Oh no!
Deep breaths.
Oh no!
I've not died to that muncher, like, nearly as much as I have today in any previous attempts at this, clearing the stage.
Oh no!
Now I feel like I'm getting at that point where it's starting to drive me insane how much I'm losing. It's like deteriorating my normal, like, usual capabilities. That's a thing that happens. Annoying.
Oh no! Oh no!
Spin wall jumps. Why must they be so difficult? I mean, if they weren't so difficult, I probably wouldn't have made a stage centering around them.
Oh no!
I'm like so angry I'm squeezing my gamepad, and that's probably why one side of it is like squishier and looser than the other. Also smacked this gamepad against my leg, like I was trying to break a board. A lot of times playing Smash.
Oh no!
There was a lot of back of the gamepad against the leg smashing. Like, I've never broken a controller with how angry I've gotten at a game. But I think the closest I've ever gotten has been playing Smash 4 with this gamepad. Not even the gamepad's fault, it's just because of some of the challenges in that game. That's spring. That's supposed to send me down.
Oh.
I think that might actually be where I have to call it for the day. Yeah, looking at the time, it's probably the best place to call it. Watching the replay of the stream now on my phone. Alright. So I guess since I accidentally showed off that I have a Firefox window being captured in OBS now, and I kind of have been forgetting to mention it in previous streams. Just for the hell of it, I decided to cave and set up Streamlabs. Not Streamlabs OBS, for some reason that won't run on my computer all that well. But I've done a bit of Streamlabs configuring. So the window that I had to have open is the alert box. Because with Streamlabs, you can actually enable your channel to receive donations and stuff, even if you're not a Twitch affiliate yet. Which, thank goodness, because Twitch affiliate has been something that's been eluding my grasp for over a year. Probably because I also don't stream a lot, but even whenever I do stream a lot, it really frequently eludes my grasp. But because I've drawn attention to it now, I do like how I've gotten the donation alert to look. I really like how I designed it, how I have it set up. So I'm gonna try to see if I can queue up a test donation here. See how it looks, see how it looks live, because I've only ever tested this in recordings. Have to refresh. Streamlabs OBS. Oh yeah, and I had to change my password recently because someone in India decided to log into my account. And now I have two-factor, so what's my two-factor? Alrighty, I'm already pushing past what I would normally stream to because of the scheduling of living in this house and how close my siblings are to their schools. But let's see. Go into widgets, alert box. This will be the last thing I do today, just showing off how this thing works. Or showing off how this thing looks. If it'll work. Looks like the page is trying to load something. But it's having difficulty doing so. Cool, the minute I mention it, it breaks. Story of my life. Clicking in the window, make it function. Are you gonna work now? I put a lot of effort into making this look right. Please? Cool. It's broken. My only guess would be because I had to log out, maybe it refreshed the Streamlabs like website, like the URL it generates for me. So it might not be up and running. Like, I favorited the URL. Don't know why it updated the URL. Let's see if I can fix that real quick while I'm here. Please work. Here's the stupid thing. I just updated the URL on Streamlabs, sent it to my personal Discord server so I could get it on my phone, or so I could get it on the Firefox window. Firefox still recognizes that I have this page favorited, so that means the URL didn't change whatsoever, and it's just for some reason not working. Oh, it worked that time. Except OBS wasn't the active window, so it probably lagged to hell and back. So I'll try it one more time just for optimal connection. But it's not showing up on the stream screen, it's showing up on the preview? Will it work now? Listen, I've already drawn attention to this. I'm making it work. Also, there is no queue. There is no queue. In fact, the stream is actually ending now-ish. Because I don't have any bots set up for Mario Maker. I just decided on a whim to try playing it today and uploading a stage that I have yet to beat. Why does my Wii U think it's 305? It's not 305. But screw it. Again, I don't have any Mario Maker bots. I don't have any bots on my channel. So I don't have the add command. I don't have really any methods of other than actually putting in those codes on the Mario Maker itself. But unfortunately, this is about where I have to end the stream because any minute now my brother should be walking through the garage door, and I really don't want my stream to have him in the background, as per usual. So, because I couldn't stream on Tuesday, I'm gonna try to stream again tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get this stage cleared. But until then, here is that stupid Streamlabs test alert that I kept alluding to that wouldn't work. Don't know why it played the audio twice. You know what? I know why it played the audio twice. No, I don't know why it played the audio twice. But that's how it looks. I'm happy with how it turned out. So now at any point, I have the Streamlabs thing on the thing